Uh, you should be grateful Amanda Splatts and Amanda Splatts. And, this is my new screensaver. Yes, okay. Fucking beautiful. Look how gorgeous it is. I just leave this on my monitor overnight or at work. Yeah, I feel at peace. Say hi to Rusty before we start the wrap up shit. Hey, Rusty. Thank you. I've officially bought everything there is to buy in the game so far. And I've got both the boss fish. Like, I have the game set to only catch regular fish. No trophy fish. No trophy fish. No boss fish. I caught the 2 boss fish manually. I'm to say Rusty, because I'll fucking need you out. That's what There's one that's got a lot of trap on the improvement. Just gonna catch a ton of trap. No, salmon. Salmon, yeah, just a bunch of salmon. Ice water stages. Ice water sea stages are gorgeous. Yeah, it's the one with all the salmon. Look at that. Look at that. Occasionally punctuated by a little bit of music. But it's just absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna let him decide what he wants to do today. The dog's name is Miko, by the way. One of my fans in chat named the dog Miko. You can pet the dog. Pet the dog. Let's do nighttime. He just takes a nap. Little night fishing. You see, I got it set to no trophy. He just catches the most basic fish. I might do a trophy stream, so I might just do it offline. I might just do it offline with you. Here, go in idle mode. Got that filling up my monitor because I'm gonna leave that going after the stream today. And talk about why I've been so fucked up these last few weeks. Got the agenda at the bottom. I'm trying to figure out what corner is the least entertaining to watch so I can put the thumbnail there. First of all, when I put up about this shortly after the wrap-up show, everything fell apart here. It was one of the things that I was worried about, not knowing about my living situation. I live in a really old fucking building, and it's a massive fucking building, and it's really fucking old. And there was rumor that when change management, didn't know whether they were gonna like demolish it or change hands or what. We don't know what's gonna go on. No one fucking knows. And I just got a notice that day on the 17th about having to take care of that. So that was my whole day on that day, 17th. So I did what I could. I tried to put out some feelers. I got my family involved. Tried to discuss what's next. What the next step is. None of us know. Because none of us are being told anything. I'm hoping after Labor Day, everyone gets back from Labor Day, we'll get some answers. We were supposed to get answers that fucking day. We were supposed to get answers that day and nobody did. Now we just all got questions. So yeah, if I've seemed really out of sorts over the last couple of weeks, I apologize. I need to be more professional doing this. I need to be more cognizant of what I'm putting out there. So that day, I just busted my ass, did everything I could. Took a couple of personal days because that was just the last straw. Work kindly let me know that that's the last time I could take any personal time off until like maybe January. Like I'm gonna have to go to the fucking hospital, unless like for it to be considered. But I did as much as I could. I took care of what I could. So I figured, I don't know what my situation's gonna be at that point. I figured if nothing else, I'd go ahead and finish off the Neo Turf Master Series. So the 17th. Fuck, what day of the week was the 17th? I think it was a Sunday. Yeah, it was a Sunday because my family came over to help. Try to figure things out. Yeah, it was a Sunday, and that was me doing Stewart. And then, yeah, the 15th was the last wrap up show. Because I wanted to split the month in half. And then the 17th, 2 days later, like, the Wednesday is when things fell apart, I think, of them. Oh, Thursday. Yeah, it was Thursday. Yeah, it was Thursday. No, it was Friday. It was Friday morning that things fell apart because they got a note in my fucking door. Apparently, they don't know what an email is. They don't know what a phone call is or text message is. No, you just get a letter taped to your fucking door. And with the way that the storms have been recently here, it's easy for that shit to get just like blown off the car. I figured they'd figured in better shit. I almost fucking offered. I'll help you make a website for the fucking place. But this is not how you're supposed to communicate. So I figure, if nothing else, I'll finish off the Turf Master Series, practicing the other characters. And the last two I had to do were Stuart and Takino. So Stuart, I did, I think, at the end of the day. The technician. Second worst driver in the game. He's ridiculously, stupidly specific. And he's actually really good. He's quite good. Then Takino. The next day I did Takino. Monday. Because Wednesday was the day we were supposed to get everything figured out, everything sorted out. Monday I did Takino. And I really, really like Takino. I'm really liking Takino. Like, probably my second favorite next to Lando. Because, he has his specialty. He's stupidly good at putting. By far the best putter in the game. But he also has the average drive, the George Spinner drive. So he can get to the hole in a decent amount of swings. So yeah, Lando is still by far my favorite, but I think Takino might be a close second. So with that, I'd actually finished something that I had to do, practicing all 4 courses with all the characters. Love for everyone except Almeida. Fuck Almeida. So Wednesday, I didn't know what was going to happen, what was going on. Wednesday, I had a lot of questions myself, and that's the day things were supposed to get sorted out, and I was supposed to talk to people about this. Supposed to get some fucking answers. So I did an unstructured play with Sam Ruby. But like I said, for anyone who hasn't caught one of these wrap-up shows before, you're always speaking to the author. I am Amanda Splatts. I am Sam Ruby. I am all these characters in the hallway. I speak with Amanda's voice as the author, because she's the protagonist for now. But you're speaking to the author on these streams. So I didn't know when this shit was gonna go down. So I went ahead and did an unstructured play. Well, mine was in so many fucking places that day. I just didn't know what I was gonna do. Well, hold on, like, fuck, I should probably start pulling up the next one. Oh, I thought I was missing a stream. No. No, that was something that was on their channel. A couple of things here I don't have thumbnails for because it's for their channel. I think if I put it in the upper left-hand corner, it'll be okay. So yeah, the ones for Stuart and Takina weren't anything fancy. It was just me putting them in the banner. So here's the banner for Sand Ruby, the unstructured play, which I think I want to do more of. I actually really like, for someone as meticulous as I am, who's been working as hard as I have to like craft schedules and stuff like that. I think it's actually good for me to have a series where I go in with literally no ideas, no thoughts in mind. Just go in and fucking play. And I think it went good. I did Minnesota Fat's Pool Legend, which was like, I think, Side Pocket 2, a very solid pool game. Wasn't able to beat it. I did Yar's Recharged, which is very fun. Basically, for this one, I was so upset, so angry, and so fried by what had been going on over the last few days that I just played the games I've been playing offline, the comfort games, and Minnesota Fats, because I'd recently watched Zatsu do the Saturn version, and it was surprisingly popular. A lot of people showed up. It was actually really cool. Because I know, like, with stuff like that, when it's Sandy, and I think I went ahead and I think I did ask a Sandy, and Jake replied he didn't see a difference in quality between who was doing it. Like I said, part of the reason that Sandy gets so many streams is because it's a lot easier to do her voice than Amanda's voice. In fact, if my voice ends up going, and I can't do the Amanda voice anymore, then I will have to write Amanda out the story and just like stream with Sandy. I don't see that happening, but like, you know, with this voice going, it is vocal fry. I do like it though. I do think it fits her. So yeah, I just played some of my offline games, and then everything got fucking worse. I had a fucking appointment to talk to the landlord, the new landlord, get answers about what's going to be happening to the place. Are they going to sell it? Are they going to demolish it? That's it. Yeah. Hey, we have an appointment coming over today. I'll be in the office at 8 o'clock. So I wait by the office at 8 o'clock. 11 o'clock, I get a text. Hey, by 8 o'clock today, I mean sometime within the next 21 days, business days. Fuck you. Just fuck you. We're still waiting for answers, and like, you're just fucking around with us. So I still don't know. And then later that day, I had to fucking nut up. They had an afternoon stream. Luckily, it was with Malone. And Malone's always a good time. Malone is a very trusted associate. He's my fucking senpai. He's the reason I chose FlaVR to stream. And I trust him over almost everyone. So if it was anyone else, if it was anything else, even if it was a solo one, I probably would have canceled. But Malone is Malone. We had a great fucking time. I'm not showing the thumbnail because it was on his channel. Yeah, it's always a great time with Karen Malone. I sometimes worry, get a little paranoid about monopolizing too much of Malone's time. Because, you know, he belongs to the fucking world, man. He's streaming 5 days a week, 20 hours, like sometimes 12 fucking hours a day. And my old fucking grandma ass feels ready to fucking die after 3 or 4. So I worry about taking up too much of his time. He doesn't mind, though. He doesn't seem to mind. So we had a great fucking time. Always a great fucking time with Malone. And then a little bit of radio silence for a while, because I just needed to recalibrate. So, that and I had taken so much time off of work that the next few days were mandatory. I think there was kind of an unspoken thing at work where, like, the fact that I took this well before Labor Day and that I'd be working all the Labor Day days, they're like, oh, that's kind of why they were okay with this. Okay, so on the Saturday before work, I was working late. I was working late shift on Saturday, the 23rd. So I had a little time before work. Did Minnesota Fat School like again. Try to beat it. I got about as far as I did last time. I spent all my continues on Stubby. Blew all my continues on Stubby and ended up losing to Susan. And after her, there's Clyde Hinkle and then Fats himself. So I just gotta practice, just gotta do the math of how hard, how long something will hit something else. It's a simple pool game, it's math, and there just may be a couple of impossible shots here and there that just aren't gonna go in. But yeah, I think I noticed Minnesota Fats was in Fire Pro, and then I decided to start playing the game again, and realized, hey, this is actually a really solid pool game. Just weird that they picked Minnesota Fats and put his name on it. I don't know why they decided to do that. Okay, and then Sunday. It takes us to a week. I didn't stream very much at all that week. That takes us to Sunday. That takes us to... Was it in the previous months? Did I make it that long ago? Yeah, I've had this thumbnail sitting there so long it was in the July folder, not the August folder. Unforeseen consequences. WebP's big August show. It's not nearly as hot as it was, like not nearly as many people stop by as they used to. Maybe because it's shorter shows now. Just for my own fucking health. They're shorter shows now. I just break them up into 2 a month. No heavyweight title match, no tag team title match. Tried to do some angles with Asuka, my Oshi, and her long and torturous history there. And The Undertaker. Because I'm trying to put up stables. I'm actually, in the next couple months, I want to go ahead and start putting together a roster and start putting together stables. Now, anyone who's in New Japan will probably be a little more familiar with what I'm trying to do with the stables as opposed to WWE or TNA, something like that. Almost everyone in New Japan was in a stable of some kind. And it's an easy trait to, like, describe who the character is, how they act, who they hang with, etc. So I'm thinking of just making, like, a whole bunch of stables with different alignments, putting all the big main eventers in there. Anyone who's got a history, anyone who's had a significant title program, anyone who's got a lot of 100% matches under their belt, anyone I just straight up like, anyone, like, you may have been a very, very bad losing record, just people I like. Because it's my federation, right? And if they don't win, they don't win. I don't have any control over that. But yeah, it was a good show. It hooked it. I personally wasn't too enthused for it, but it did even hook my interest towards the end. And the big question is who is going to be the new mayor of Flavortown, and it was Justice. Justice from Guilty Gear, the Commander Gear, the Merciless Slaughterer. So that's gonna be that's the reason that I go 100% character computer driven stuff. Like the game gets to choose who wins and who loses. I actually prefer that. Because it's all randomized. And it's more interesting for me to write it that way. So yeah, unforeseen consequences in the books. Then I hooked the next show, the next pre-tape show is going to be on Labor Day, tomorrow morning. It's going to be an Uma Musume special. I pre-taped that one. It came out a lot better than I thought it was going to once I figured out the hook of the show. And then later this month, the actual PLE is going to be Black Mesa. But yeah, it won't be like very few people check out. Very few people check out my channel anymore. Period. I fucking get that, but the people who do, I deeply appreciate it. That's why I try not to stream when Malone streams, because I know Malone, like most of his fans, are the ones who stop by and check out my stuff too. Okay, so what came next? That's what I did in the morning. I don't think I did anything that afternoon. I just did WebP. And then, like, I don't think I had the energy to do anything else today. No, I don't think I did. But I'm forgetting something, I apologize. I'm still not doing well. So that brings us to this last week. about 7-day period. Um, so yeah, Monday was really fucking bad here because I thought they were gonna say no, we're gonna talk to you today about what's coming on, and then no, we're gonna talk to you in 21 days about what's going on, and then no, on Monday we're gonna send someone to you while you're at work with no fucking warning. I was fucking furious about that. Hey, no, we're gonna get to you 21 business days. No, we're just gonna send someone on Monday. I'm furious. I'm very, very upset. And I made a quote about it. Said that the air feels oppressively heavy. Cause like I could feel everything just fucking coming down. And then it turned out like they shut off the AC or something for some fucking reason. That's why it was so bad. Cause it's still August in the desert. It's still real fucking bad. What's next? So Wednesday. That brings us to last Wednesday and the creative writing. I'm honestly a little surprised I didn't get Dave for this thumbnail. Bing has been kind of horny recently. Bing Create. It's kind of course corrected from not doing anything. It's like doing really horny, giving a lot of people big boobs. I don't fucking know what it is. But yeah, Wednesday was creative writing the Quarterpole Beach episode. After the whole thing about the revelations, the last 2 episodes, and how heavy that was, I didn't know what I would do next. What I could. So I went ahead and did a kind of. I guess you could kind of say that the beach episode was more like a poolside episode. And the beach episode, it's not an interesting written, just sexy descriptions of Teen and Alpha. And although I also did Guerra, the return of Guerra. And it was the idea that I was batting around for a little while. Who is Guero? Guero is a mascot for a beverage station called Sodega. It's like Bodega, but for sodas. A big, like, fucking drinks station. They had them around the South last time I was there. Just like drink stations, like beverages. Alcoholic and non-alcoholic. But that was like, they were like gas stations. But they weren't anything fancy like a fucking Wawa or a Buc-ee's. Just hydration stations. I don't know if they still have them. But yeah, it was just. And we found out where Amanda got her glasses from. She got them from. She got them from Guero. She got them from the Guero stand. Sandy took them, put them on her and said that, you got to be confident, or you got to project confidence. If you can't act like you own the place, at least act like you've been there before. And that went go ahead to establishing Amanda's early character, trying to project being a cool badass, which she was just really, really insecure and scared inside. And when that all started breaking down, initially, that's when we first saw Sandra. So, I had no expectations for the beach episode. I was pleasantly surprised. I'll keep this up because then later that day, collab with Joker Banana on his channel. We played a couple games that were like sequels to Neo Geo games. Played Magical Drop 6 and Windjammers. Had a hell of a time with Neo, with Choco Banana. When he's in his element, he's fucking amazing. But he also doesn't talk a whole lot when he's locked in. I fall into that too with certain games. It's just a skill, being able to talk while you play. It's just a skill you have to develop through practice. And your ability is going to go down a little bit if you're distracted, but that's part of being an entertainer. It's something that'll come with practice, definitely. I had a great fucking time, and in fact, the games that I played with him, I'll be playing with Malone this Wednesday. Because Malone owned them. We got to hang out while Malone and Choco streamed, too. With these permutations, three of us, Choco, Malone, and myself. I don't know what to call the three of us, because there's a distinct unit there at the three of us. I don't know what to call it. So after what was a fucking shitstorm of a couple weeks, that felt good. That helped. Those two streams. Having a surprisingly successful writing stream and being able to, that's one of the reasons I say the top three things on this channel are creative writing, collabing, and Fire Pro. And Fire Pro is a distant third. Now we get to the question, am I back? Am I back? Am I back? So Friday and this stream happened, or an attempt was made twice. Playing Landals again after playing all the other characters. Played as Landal on Friday. The thing was that after practicing all the other characters, I wanted to try Landals again with everything I've learned. I started out getting an 8 over for Germany. And then I got a 5 over for the US, and I just quit. I just rage quit. Because USA is my best course. Like, I like Australia the best. Japan has the best theme. Fuck Germany. But the US course is the one I'm best at. The one I can usually get a trophy on. Or close to a trophy on. I wasn't able to do it that day. And I rage quit, and I shouldn't have. And I was unprofessional, and I apologize to, like, the 2 people who were watching that one, 2 or 3 people. I don't let 2 or 3 people check out my streams, period, anymore. Now that certain websites are essentially dead. But I cherish that. I do. And for the people who I may have lost, I hope we come back. I do. I like to know what I did wrong, so I could spread the flavor love to as many people as possible. I want to make things good. I want to be the best streamer I can for you. But I don't have the money, I don't have the resources, I don't have the time, and I certainly don't have the energy, so I don't want to have to just accept the fact that I'm going to be a failure and move on. And I think that's what really was coming down every Friday morning. Just thinking about how fucking dead everything is these days. I mean, I've said it before. This is shit that a lot of the shit that I would do anyways. And I had to remind myself of that. This is shit I would do if nobody was watching. Sometimes it feels like nobody's watching, but I do have people in chat, I do have regulars who stop by. I don't know. I feel like things are different between me and a lot of people for some reason, and I don't know what I did. Which makes me wonder if someone's spreading rumors or something. There are some people that, like, treat you different. But yeah. So that was bad, and I ended up having a bad day at work. That's it. So I nuked the VOD, and I tried to get on Saturday. Saturday I made sure I did things right. Saturday I worked a late shift. Didn't go until I believe 10:30. I had a lot of time. I ate a full breakfast. I got all my affairs in order, did all my shit, got all the shit in. Did everything I needed to do. And I tried it again. And I did pretty good. I almost got the trophy for USA. I came in under in both Australia and Germany. But I did so bad in Japan that it almost erased all the games I got. But I ended up with 6 under par for the day, which is 1.5 under par per course. That's not fucking bad. If I can end the day average under par, that's not bad. So, I'm learning. Playing as the other members of Neo Turf Masters, not having the abilities and the skills that Landos has baked in, it really has taught me the finer points of the game. Like curving the ball and playing conservatively, stuff like that. And I look forward to using what I've learned. I do. And then we get to Sunday, because Sunday was fucking weird. It is Sunday, and it is fucking weird. So there's no thumbnail for this, but I might as well go ahead and put up my last thumbnail. So there. See if I can find it. Another unstructured play with Sand River today. So, last night, I got invited to another game with Choco, Elf, and Malone. And the last one, I was fucking fried. I was bringing everyone down. I was ruining the fucking game for everyone. And the only reason we beat the last boss is because I stopped taking revives. Because everyone takes from the same pool of revives. And that was the only reason we won. So I didn't install the game because I know I was just bringing them down. And but I was willing to try it again. If they were willing to have me, I was willing to try it again. So I get a ping in the group Discord. Because that room was apparently still open. And they said they're going to be playing Gauntlet again at 7 at night. And by this time, I'd already set up something with Tempai. 7 in the morning on Sunday. We were gonna be doing Power Wash Simulator. Now that he's back in the States, we were gonna be doing the Power Wash Simulator. The rest of the Final Fantasy. I think there's only 2 Final Fantasy 7 ones left. This would have been a really short stream. It's a couple hours probably. And I had to make that fucking decision again. Like, I was tired. Getting ready for Labor Day at work, so it was a bad fucking day. And there was just confusion. Hey, no, Amanda doesn't want. Yeah, what about Amanda? And I told her, hey, I can't stream. I had to put my foot down. I had to remember the reason I'm on my burnout arc right now. I think a big part of it, the thing with things broke, was because I was taking a whole bunch of late night collabs at once. Fucking up work, fucking up my sleep schedule. And I needed to listen to my body. You know, thank God, people like Temp, people like Choco, they're able to come out during my normal 7 a.m. thing. I want to set something up with Gwen once we figure out what we can do together. People who are willing to make it out at 7 a.m. my usual time. I'm trying to figure out when I can get Malone to come out at 7 a.m. But I know his hours are kind of sporadic other than that 4 to 9 usual streaming schedule he does. So they asked, like, hey, no. And it was like, hey. They're like, they initially thought I didn't want to be a part of it. And I said, yeah, I'm willing to be a part of it, depends on what time. And then they said, no, what time? And I said, no, I can't because it's Labor Day weekend and I have to work. And then they thought I was going to do it. It's just a lot of miscommunication. So they end up doing the collab at 7 p.m. Put a pin in that. They start the Gauntlet collab at 7 p.m. I'm in bed by then. I'm dead on my fucking soul after work that fucking day. But I didn't want to disappoint Ken. I did not want to disappoint him. They've disappointed almost everyone else in my community. So anyone I can make good with, that's good. So pain ends up waking me up at 3 a.m. 2 a.m., 2:30. Pain and hunger because I'm broke. Won't be able to get anything extra to eat until like next weekend. I don't think I get my check until like Saturday, Sunday. They may do it a little bit early because of the holiday, but it's probably not gonna be till next weekend. So I got like rice and noodles. So I fucking got rice and noodles, little salad. And it's just, I knew if I tried to stream with them, that and fucking ruin that. Wouldn't just ruin work, it'd ruin a couple of dreams I have planned. So, to bed. Wake up at like 2:30. I remember 2:30 because when I woke up, I noticed Mother Tiffy was streaming. Mother Tiffy has been streaming at some odd hours. But that's because she is currently finishing college, wrapping up her college career. She's going to be a licensed therapist. Wanted to work on therapy for the handicapped. I admire her so much for everything she's sacrificed and everything she's done. Now she's trying to better herself as a person. Mother Tiffy really inspires me. And I think that's why I may get a little bit more pissed off than other flavors about certain things. Certain words. So, timeline was 2:30. I spent a little time with Mama TV. I'm a mod in her channel, so just keeping the peace. Then I noticed her life mate, Callie Mama, who's also a mod, is there, and I'm like, hey, Callie, you don't mind holding down the fort, man. I think I want to try to get an extra sleep in. And they were all cool with it. Mother Tiffy told me to get some rest. So, Choco, Malone, and Elf started playing Gauntlet at 7 p.m. By the time I'd gotten breakfast at 3 a.m., they were still going. All night, overnight. 8 fucking hours. And they just gotten up to the final boss of hard mode. Which, when we played Gauntlet previously, we lost 1 life during the entire story mode, getting up to the final boss. Then we lost like 4 or 5 lives beating the final boss. I think it was at 1. They were doing it on hard. I think they were trying to get some achievements. His elf is big in achievements. I should tell him to play Ape War. I should buy him Ape War. Then make him stream it. So yeah, 3 a.m. They were still fucking going now. I'm like, okay. We got a chance to do a make good. I can either go ahead and rest up for my collab with Tenpai, be the best I can be for him, or I can hang out with them and make good on what's been a kind of a weird situation. Then, you know, I actually get really lucky, and I have a DM from Tip saying, hey, we're going to have to push this back a week. Because he just got back from the U.S. like a couple of days. He was in the U.S. a long time, now he's back in Japan. So I'm not surprised he's, like, exhausted. Like, after that big trip. So we pushed it back a week. So that freed up my morning to stream with the boys. So I re-downloaded Gauntlet, and I shit the bed, like I always shit the bed. But towards the end, I was actually getting in my groove. I was sticking and moving instead of just doing melee. I was getting in, hitting with the AoE attack, and then moving out. I think that was actually really working for me. It's just the boss is so fucking cheap. We didn't end up doing it, but we ended up making a lot of progress. So it was good. Everything worked out for the best. I got to spend some time with Mother Tiffy, clear my head. Temp was not a problem. We're able to do that next week. We got to hang out with Malone and Choco and Elf. Got to get on there and scream a little bit. And then it hit me like, what the fuck am I gonna do at 7 o'clock? What am I gonna fucking do at 7 a.m.? So whenever I've got a slot that I normally stream for my European bros, and I don't know what to do, from now on the default is gonna be unstructured play. Do Sandy. Sandy's voice is so much easier to do. Have a little fun with the lore. Have Amanda and Sandy chat a little bit beforehand. See if I can gen up a good picture of the two of them together. And just have a good fucking time. Say whatever I want. This time around, this one was kind of interesting because it was mostly playing Nine Kings, which is a strategy game that I'd gotten a long time ago. I actually played it on day 1 of its release. One of the few times I jumped on a new game and played it day 1. And it was good, but it was easy. Too easy. We solved that fucking problem. They had a lot. They've updated it like 13, 14 times since I initially got it. And it was a lot of fun. I had a great fucking time. Unlocking a couple characters a character who sucked. I like the Nomad because of some of the mechanics. It's weird. You don't actually directly attack your enemies. Your attack boosts your troops. It was very, very interesting. Of course, it is very difficult when you're not doing like the king. The king of nothings was the best in the game as far as a king, because you actually get to directly attack you. The Greed Kingdom has a direct attack that automatically kills one enemy, doesn't work on the final boss though. So that's kind of useless. But yeah, I had a good time. Quiet, son. It's been quiet time. I don't know whether it's just because school's starting up again, people are busy again, or whether it's just like my channel fucking dying. I don't know what it is, but it's just been real fucking quiet. So, if you've been busy, you've been out, keep pursuing your dreams, man. But if I did something wrong, let me know. Well, yeah, that was the end of the month. I still don't have a question. I still don't have answers about my living situation. But from what we can best guess, um, from what we can best guess, like things aren't gonna change. We're just gonna have to stay the course until I hear otherwise. So it's gonna be hanging over my fucking head. I'm broke, don't know where I'm living, uncertain. A lot of horrible shit going on, man. But I'm not alone. And I'm blessed and I'm fortunate that I'm in a better situation than a lot of people. Just gotta see how I can do to help them. Pray for them. So, do a little AI art maybe. Because I got some really good gems this month. And it's so much easier to sort them through ever since I started putting them in folders. Trying to remember. Let's see. No, that Malone is Magic World. That was from the beginning. I got a lot of real good sand. Okay, so yeah. I got a nice challenge. It's always a nice challenge for Bing when it tries to draw two people at once. I always think that's a cool challenge. So, over the month, I've been trying to challenge it to do pictures of both me and Sandy. Trying to tell the story of us. Trying to develop Sandy as a character, too. This one hurt me. This one kind of hurt me, but it just kind of fucking goes to what I've been feeling this month. Like this one's so it sounds stupid, but this one was so good I couldn't use it. I might save it for something in the future then. Trying to show a softer side of Sandy. More quote-unquote human side. I thought this one came out pretty good. But I usually try to do androgynous for Sandy. This one leaned a little bit too close to male. Like, Sandy looks more like a straight-up guy in this one. Here's a really sick fucking picture of Monado. Really sick pic for the Windjammers collab we did. I didn't end up making it into a thumbnail or anything. This is just a placeholder on my channel. But I really fucking like how it looks. Just badass. What the 80s thought the future was going to look like with the wraparound shades and everything. Here's Tim. I tried to strike a kind of middle ground between his normal human look and his gray potato boy that he likes to use now. So I think that's a good compliment between the two. Malone with a shotgun. So, you know, run for your fucking life. I got some really good pictures of me as Indiana Jones for Kirby Superstar later this week. I didn't even describe the outfit at all. I did not. I just said wearing an Indiana Jones style outfit. That's all I said. And it gave me some real fucking good ones. Oh my god, that looks so cool. I might have to play an indie game. Just for an excuse to use some of these. Looks so great. Made me look sexy. Oh my god, Bing has been kind of horny the last week. I'll get to that though. Bing has been kind of horny, although I think in this picture, it just thinks that I'm Haruka Gracia from Basquatch. Yeah, now pictures of Malone. Giggly bunny girl. It was so fucking weird how doing the bunny girl for Malone. Because I tried singlet, bunny girl outfit, rabbit girl outfit, one-piece outfit, one-piece swimsuit. It refused to do any of those. It flagged him as inappropriate. But I just said wearing black. And it starts giving me the bunny girl. Just wearing black. So, these word filters are fucking stupid. Yeah, happy little bunny girl Malone. Fearful little bunny girl. With the drinks for you. For you. I don't know if Malone drinks. I don't think he does. And then Malone, before he became Carmelo, I picture this as what Malone looked like back in the pre-Malone days, just forklift certified, just grinding away, unhappy at that warehouse job of his. Looking totally badass, but very unhappy. You'll notice the gens I did of the warehouse. You'll notice I indicate it's pre-Carl Malone, because he does not have the star in his cheek. I thought that was a good twist. A little thing that no one's gonna fucking get. Probably not Malone even. Malone is probably fucking dead asleep right now. After that gauntlet collab. Get a few more pictures of Sandy. Now, when I initially did the picture of Sandy with the two muscular women in black dresses, I didn't know who they were going to be. I just thought it was a cool visual. Kind of helped go to how fucking badass she used to be. How she used to run this town and everything. But then I actually got a comment asking who they were. And out of nowhere, I'm like, when asked with Sandra, hey, who are those two guys? Never asked their names. I figure that's the kind of thing she'd say. So who knows? Maybe these are lore characters now. Or maybe they're just posing with her. But I got some pretty good fucking pictures. I'm trying to develop Sandy. Because streaming as her more is going to help my throat. And I got some fucking amazing pictures of Sandy here. Just back when she ran Mahavre. Back when she ran the world. Just really, really good pictures of Sandy. Amazing stuff. Very happy with how they came out. Tried again of doing both of us in a conbini. But this was about the best one. I did Sandy and Amanda in a conbini. Why not? Oh yeah, because it's just like it ties into the story. The creative writing. And I'll tell you, Bing is horny, I think. Because this is the picture I ended up using for me and Choco for our collab later this week. We're doing some poverty fighting games. This is the picture I did with Choco. But that's about the safest picture. Although I think this one's pretty badass too. I don't know if Choco drinks soda though. But yeah, it's just for some weird reason. For some weird fucking reason, it kept giving Choco huge boobs. And with the tomboy type character, I didn't know if huge boobs was gonna fit. Also, that's kind of weird. But Bing is just like, I didn't even describe the body shape or something. Just automatically made her like, and it gave me big boobs too. Big boobs relative to what me, so it may just be Bing. You know? And here's Sandy, the coyote spirit in her element. Alright, nobody in chat, so I'll just go ahead and move on to the schedule for next week. So the big question is, after everything else, am I back? After this long fucking month, after all the shit I've been through this month, am I back? Short answer is short answer is no. No, short answer is yes. Long answer is no, but I'm gonna fake it. I'm gonna try and I'm gonna see if something breaks. Again, I'm gonna try. So here's the first time in over a month I put out a schedule for the week. Monday, 7 a.m. is gonna be a pre-tape. Because it's gonna be a horrible fucking holiday. If I'm not completely fucking dead in the soul after my Labor Day shift, I may do a little bonus something. I've had something I've been sitting on for months that I wanted to do. It'll just be an hour. I'll lead into Malone. I won't lead over Malone. Because I know if a choice between me and Malone, most of my people will watch Malone. Especially that time of day. So, WebP pre-tape, Labor Day. 3 p.m. afternoon, I may do a little short something. Something special, something I don't... It's something I've talked about on the channel before, briefly, but I think it's something you're not going to expect. Wednesday morning, 7 a.m., I've wanted to do the Great Cave Offensive. Like, I broke out Kirby Superstar after I rage quit Kirby's Dream Course. Oh my god, that's a hard fucking game. Way harder than I remember it being. I remember beating Kirby's Dream Course because I remember the final boss is the Didi, but you have to still hit him using golf rules. But I may have used save states. We're doing Great Cave Offensive, which is only supposed to be an hour, but I'm giving myself 4. If I ended up doing a decent amount of time, I'll do Dino Blade also. And maybe Revenge of Mennonite. I don't know. Milky Way Wishes would have to be its own stream. But the Great Cave Offensive, like, as long as you've got... Like, I've got my main 2 weapons in Kirby are the yo-yo and the rock. As long as I've got one of those 2, I'm really good. Yo-yo and the rock. And then Wednesday, 4 p.m. on my... All these collabs are going to be on my channel this week. We have kind of a rhythm switching off on who's going to be hosting a certain streamer now. I mean, on any of the days that I'm streaming, if my other half wants to stream, their perspective, go ahead. But I think I'm in a good rhythm with Choco and Malone of switching off who streams what. That way all of our fans can get into just one chat and everyone can enjoy the fun. So you can always have fun. I'll be doing Windjammers 2, Magical Drop 6. We'll be doing Buckshot Roulette because I did 1 round of Buckshot Roulette on Malone's channel, and I got nothing but fucking cell phones and beers, so he won. Fuck that shit. I'm getting my revenge. By then, I should know whether I'm broken. So I'm not planning anything until Sunday. But this week is going to be real fucking bad at work. It's going to be real bad. So I don't like having a 4-day gap between streams. But that's just how it is. Because I'm working the early shift now. Which means either I get up to like 3 a.m. to do a brief stream, or I do it after work, in which I overlap Malone and then no one shows up at all. So I'm just gonna have a fucking 4-day gap. I may pre-tape something. If I end up getting back home after what I plan on doing on Labor Day, I may pre-tape a little something for Friday, just for that. Just for the cap. And then Sunday, it's me and Temp doing Power Wash, postponed from this Sunday to next Sunday. And then at noon, me and Choco Minato are gonna do some fight gate fuckery. Poverty fighters, like just some of the worst arcade fighting games. We're gonna try to find fun in like dog shit. I've already got like 3 suggestions for him. I'm sure he's got suggestions also. We're gonna do another fight gate. And you see, Gorilla Stream odds are very low. It's gonna be a really bad day at work. Or bad week at work. Real bad fucking time. And so that's it. That's the month that was. Am I back? Short answer, yes with an and. Long answer, no with a but. No one in chat today, but that's fine because, like I said, the wrap-up shows. I don't actually expect anyone to catch wrap-up shows live. These are things you can watch later. If you need to catch up on something you may have missed on the channel, especially since I'm doing so many streams that are on other people's channels these days. This is just look at what's coming up and where we've been, where we're going. Reset the timers for everything I want to do once a month. Means writing later this month. I do have one important announcement though. And I know a couple people are going to be bummed out about it. I'm taking Darkest Dungeon out of rotation. I tried to bring myself to play even one round this entire fucking month. It's a great game. I love it. I want to complete it. But it fucking tears at your soul when you play it. It is fucking agonizing. All the stuff you have to do. All the stuff you have to remember. And it can still go horribly wrong. And I think the last straw was my anniversary stream, where I did the first of the Darkest Dungeons and didn't even make it to the boss before I had to flee and avoid having my first ever total party kill. Still not had a total party kill in 2 in-game years. That was as close as I've ever gotten. And didn't even make it to the boss. With maxed out characters and the best trinkets. So yeah. I'm not saying I'll never play it again. I'm saying it's out of rotation. Maybe I'll try it, like, in the future. And give it a while. It's faster. I do want to beat the Sleeper. I do want to beat the Countess. I do want to beat the thing that lurks, the Beating Heart, whatever it is. But I fucking can't do it. So, in its place, I want to start regularly doing unstructured play with Sandy. I want that to be a regular thing, at least once a month, where just me as Sandy, just playing random games. Things that I may think are not good enough to do a full stream. May not be entertaining enough to do a full stream. And karaoke, I don't know if karaoke is on the list. No one cares about karaoke. I tried to care about karaoke. I brought it back after several months. Nobody gave a fuck. So karaoke, if I keep doing it, it's just going to be a little bite-sized bits. I had the karaoke arc. I worked it into the story. I had the big comeback karaoke for my 1-year anniversary. I just don't know. Things just seem really dead around here. And I'm wondering how much of it is just the world, how much of it is just circumstances out there, and like how much of it is me. If it's me, I want to fix things, but I'm not getting any good direction. I want to be a better streamer. I physically can't do part of the job. And I think I now understand why some people quit in Hollow Life. Just these physical demands of streaming, even if you're just sitting and talking and entertaining and playing a game for several hours, that can get exhausting. Especially when you have a life and a job and a family and other obligations outside of streaming. I want to do this, but I don't know. Do I just continue to go at the level I'm at? Do I just continue to accept that I'm just like this, the fucking eat death of the universe? Because through everything else, I do still have that small core group. A lot of them are Malone's watchers, but they still check me out. They said, I don't know what's happening. Whether it's just everyone going back to school or just things in the world, or because I do have evidence that there have been people in the past actively working against me, actively trying to take my channel down and spread rumors about me. I do have evidence of that. But I feel like I don't know if that's what that is. Maybe it's just me. But I haven't been fishing in a while. I feel that's probably something I can do. But I need a license and pay a lot of time that I don't have. Be fun, but maybe I'll go. Aaron, I'm sorry. I'm trying to do better. And for those of you who stuck around, thank you. Lurkers, VOD watchers, second screen saints. Damn me faithful Amanda Splatts. Let's see Amanda Splatts project. I'll let the game play you out.